Hello, you beautiful and handsome people, you and welcome back. So, today we're just going to dive right into it. We are speaking of the part two of this very long part that I'm enjoying doing, that is called People Being People, just human beings being human beings in the Bible. And in Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verses 9, it says, "Nothing is new under the sun." So the reactions that you go through, the emotions that you go through, the words that come out of your mouth have probably been said, have been recorded somewhere since from 2000 plus years ago, from the time of Jesus and past times, from the times of Abraham. We are still humans, you know, and the reactions, the actions that we take, the dispensation might be different, but let me tell you, it's been done. Nothing is new under the sun. So today we are going to look about the story of um, one called Absalom. Absalom was David's son. Absalom had a sister called Tamar. Well, that's according to my English teacher. Teacher, hello. Her name is Tamar. And there was this other son of David called Amnon, who was obsessed with Tamar for as long as he knew. And he really, really wanted to get with her. And it came a time that this advisor, the nephew to David, called, let me check, um, Jonadab. Yes, Jonadab was David's nephew from one of the brothers of David, and he was a very shrewd man. He devised a plan of how Amnon would get with Tamar. After this, after he devised a plan, he actually went on ahead and did the deed that he wanted to do. He raped his sister. And the sister in this story, Tamar, was saying that the king David, our father, will not deny me you if you only went and asked him that, "Dad, can I marry my sister?" Because it was a different dispensation back then where sisters and brothers would marry each other. Though the Amnon and Tamar were of different mothers back then. And Tamar was raped. After this, she was left in shame. She was left a desolate woman. Such things happen even in our day-to-day lives. You hear a father went with a daughter, a son raped the mother. It's just a whole vicious cycle. And in the Bible, these men being men, Absalom was so hurt. He was so angered by what the brother had done. And for 2 years, he did not speak anything good or bad about his brother. David, being the king, in my opinion, should have, I don't know, back then it was a different dispensation. Back then he would have had Amnon killed, but he said nothing of it because I don't know the reason. I don't know why. I don't know the reason. I don't know if there is a good enough reason David could give on why he let his son get away with raping his daughter. I don't know. But time went. For 2 years, Absalom had been plotting a revenge plan, not only against Amnon, but also against his father, simply because the father did absolutely nothing to help the sister, because the sister lived in the brother's house as a desolate woman. No man will take her because, well, she was violated. And back then, the rules were way, way different than they are now. And for 2 years, Absalom planned and planned and planned. One day, his plan came to fruition. He went to the king, that is his father David, and said, would you, the king, love with you and your members of the court to come to my place and we have a party after party, daddy and son, And the king just refused, flat out refused, because he could not leave the royal duties. And besides, Absalom had also invited the brothers. Then, given that he had not talked to Amnon for 2 years, nothing good, nothing bad, he came about and asked David, then, if you are not going to come, let my brother Amnon come with me. That David was not, let me say, David was not such a fool, because he had refused the idea, because he knew things would not go well. You know, it's been 2 years, so why do you need Amnon to be in your party? And Absalom was a smooth talker. If you see chapter 16 of chapter 13, 14, and 15 going, actually from we get the story from of Amnon and Tamar from 2 Samuel chapter 13. And in chapter 14, we see that Absalom is a smooth talker. I mean, he is smooth. His words are very, very smooth. You know, that is 2 Samuel from chapter 14. And he sweet talked David. Let me say, he just sweet talked his father, uh, into letting him host the party and Amnon be invited to it. When the party was going on, he said to his men that when my brother Amnon is in high spirits, kill him, cut off his throat, kill him, choke him, whichever way you use, just make sure he's dead, kuf dead, karash, just not in this life anymore, you know. And he actually reassured his men, I'm the one who has given the order, so please kill him, kill him for me, you know. And when Amnon was in high spirits because he loved the so when he was very having so much fun, he was killed. And Absalom, after killing him, he fled from Jerusalem. From Jerusalem. Yes, from Jerusalem. Jesus. From Jerusalem. I'm not going to say that again. And that created a conflict. A messenger, after Amnon had died, a messenger came back to the king with deceiving news that Absalom has killed all your sons. You know, and the king was in grief. The advisor to Amnon, the same man, came back to King David and said, no, he has not killed everyone. He has just killed his brother Amnon because of what he did to his sister. And what was I saying? And the king was very grieved. A few minutes later, the princes walk in. This is what I want us to take from that. If there is that plan that you have been planning, you think that you've had everything in this world, my friend, it's already been done. I know it's not a very good example to put out there, but in the Bible, Absalom was very human. As I said, that emotion that you have inside. I mean, I have struggled with grudge, and I think this is the biggest of grudges one can keep. And it just came to a time that he 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 did what he wanted so much. He killed his brother. It's not like it's a good thing or it's a bad thing. So when you hear that a brother killed a brother, a father killed a son, or because it is because of something that has been pent up for years, someone just doesn't just wake up and decides to kill. you know so that thing that you think you have had, that you have faced, it's already been done. And I have like a long list, so you're going to continue with this series come Thursday, and I hope to see you there. I have Esther and Mordecai, I have Ruth, I have Naomi, I have examples of Moses, I have Rebecca and Isaac, I have for David's brothers, I have Jacob's sons. I have a whole lot of series on people just being humans in the presence of God. Otherwise, because in this we see that Ecclesiastes, Solomon, when he was writing Ecclesiastes, he was not wrong to say that nothing is new under the sun. So we're going to be looking at these stories. You're going to be seeing how they are affecting us, how they are related to us, and those kinds of things. If you have not, please subscribe, hit that notification bell to get notified every Monday and Thursday when I post the videos. Like, comment, share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. I love you guys, and this has been awesome. See you next time.